Hello students, welcome to science class. So today we are going to learn properties of natural resources. First let's recall what does this natural resources mean. So first let's recall our definition of natural resources. Natural resources are the resources that exist without any action of humankind. With this definition you are very much clear what does this natural resource means. Okay. So there are now natural resources. There are various types of natural resources as you can see in this picture. See types: air, water, soil, trees, forest, wildlife, coal, petroleum, natural gas, minerals. These are what natural resources. These exist without our human intervention. Okay. So now let's see. Okay, now this natural resources is there are two kinds of natural resources: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. So natural resources can be distinguished as renewable natural resources or non-renewable natural resources. Now what does this means, renewable natural resource and non-renewable natural resource? So let's look out at the definition. Wait. Okay, see. Renewable resource. What does this mean? The resources which cannot be exhausted even after continuous utilization is termed as renewable natural resource. Means what? कितना भी use कर लो ये renewable resource को, that will not get exhausted, means खत्म नहीं होगा वो. Okay. So now non-renewable natural resource. What does this mean? The resources which cannot be immediately replaced once they are depleted. This is usually due to long time it takes for them to replenish. They are available in limited supplies. Means what? This non-renewable natural resources, this exist in nature in limited supplies, and it takes very long period to replenish them. Means to regain that natural resources, it took a long period. Okay. And renewable resource means what? It doesn't get exhausted, it doesn't get depleted. And what are the examples of this? See, example is what? Sun. Means the energy which we get from sun, that is what? Solar energy. Solar energy will get depleted, solar energy will get depleted? No. So wind, tidal energy, etc. These are what? Resources which will not get depleted, जो खत्म नहीं होगा कितना भी यूज किया हमने तो. And what are non-renewable resources? Non-renewable resources which have a limited supplies. Means if we do over usage of these non-renewable resources, it will at a certain point it will get depleted. Okay, as the supplies are limited. Examples are what? Coal, nuclear oil, natural gas, etc. Okay. Now see. Now air is a what? Air is renewable natural resource. Okay. So properties. Now we will learn properties of air. You know what is air? Air you have seen. Can you see the air? No, we can't see the air, but we can feel it. How? Air is all around us. We can feel the air. We cannot see it. We can feel the presence of it. Okay, when we inhale the air, it is taken through the nose. If we blow, when we blow on our hand, you can feel the air. You can feel something. That is what means what? We can feel the air, but we cannot see the air. Okay. So now let's learn the properties of the air. You know what is air. Now we will learn the properties of air. See. Now from this picture, what you can guess? See, first picture, a balloon is there. Okay, balloon is there. So when we fill the air, can you see the air while filling? Can you see the air? No. That's from that we came to know that what air is invisible. Air is what? Invisible. Okay. Now what this girl has done, she has taken two balloon, she has filled it. Now from this picture, what you can guess, what you can make out? From this we can make out that air occupies space. Why? Because first balloon you can see when the balloon was not filled with the air that time, and the balloon which was filled with air, shape changes. The balloon, when the balloon is filled with air, it expands. Okay, you can see it expands, so it is taking the space inside the balloon. So air occupies what? Space. So from this picture we came to know that air occupies space. Now the third picture, what does it suggest to us? See, two balloons have been taken and they have been tied to a horizontal rod or horizontal stick, then of the same size. Okay, you have to take the balloon of same size filled with the air. Then what will happen if the balloon is filled with the air? See, like this only. If the balloon is filled with the air of the same size, then it will be balanced. You have seen the beam balanced. Okay, that kind. When I prick one balloon, then what happens? The balloon which was filled with air, that side of the rod goes down. Means what? What does it mean? Means air has weight. Why? As you all know, the heavier the object, that rod or that which holds that will goes down. So it is like a beam balance. You can see the beam balance. As I prick this balloon becomes lighter, and this one is, as I prick this, the air from this balloon get released. So this balloon becomes lighter, and this balloon in which the air is filled, so this balloon is heavier. So this suggests this part of the rod is going downward sides, which suggests that this part is heavier. So air has weight. Okay, from this picture we came to know what? Air has weight. Means what all properties we came to know by looking at the pictures? Air is invisible, air occupies space, and what? Air has weight. Okay, now let's move to the next. What is next? Okay, you know what is air? Okay, you know what is air? Yes, air is a mixture. Air is a homogeneous mixture of what? Yes, air consists of, can you see? Air consists of 78% of nitrogen. Just a general information I am giving you. What does air consist of? The gases. Air consists of what? Nitrogen. About how much? 78%. This chart you can see pie chart. This one, bigger one, is what? Nitrogen, which is 78%. Then what? Oxygen. Oxygen, how much percent? 21%. This part is what? Oxygen, 21%. And trace gases, that is this orange color you can see, this is about 1% trace gases. And in that trace gases, which are the gases? Comes along argon, CO2 means carbon dioxide, neon, methane, krypton, hydrogen, and what? Water vapor. So got it? This is the pie chart. This is just a pie chart which shows that how much is the constituent of the different types of gases present in the air. Okay, now let's move. What is this now? Okay, so this, you know what is this? This is an injection. You must have played while Holi, during Holi time. Okay, that syringe injection syringe. So you also call it as pichkari. Yes, I know. So this is what? Injection syringe. this part is called what? Hole. And this which you pull out and pull out inside, then what? This is called what? Piston. So with this injection syringe we will understand the concept called what? Atmospheric pressure. Okay, with this object which you are seeing now, we will understand the concept called atmospheric pressure. Okay, so now what is this? See, hole is open. Okay, now when you might have observed, when the hole is open of the syringe, that time when we pull out the piston can be pulled out easily when the injection syringe hole is open. Means what? If the hole of the syringe is open, that time this piston can be pulled out very easily, but very easily. And if we release our hand from it, then that piston will remain at that position only if we release our hand. If we remove our hand from the piston, means it remains at that position only. Okay, now what is happening here? See, this piston, as you can see in this piston, what is the difference? The hole of the piston is closed. Sorry, the hole of the injection syringe is closed. And when the injection syringe hole is closed, that time when we are trying to pull the piston, that time more force is required to pull out the piston from the syringe. Got it? Means when the hole is closed, that time more force is required. More force is required to pull out this piston. Okay, and when we release our hand from this, when we pull out the piston, means it goes downward side, and then we release our hand, then what we have observed, that the piston is not remaining at that position. Means they got automatically, it is going upward. Why this is happening? Why this is happening? Because the atmosphere, here I have closed the hole, so here the atmospheric pressure becomes less. What is this atmospheric pressure? Yes, the air in the air molecules hit here, is very the air. Here is what happening, the air molecules. Okay, so the motion of the air molecules here is being stopped. So here the atmospheric pressure exerted by the air molecules is called what? Atmospheric pressure. So atmospheric pressure is lesser over the hole, and the atmospheric pressure near the piston will be higher. Okay, will be higher because see, when we release our hand from here, then atmospheric pressure is high. Why? Because the air molecules hitting the piston, as it hits the piston, more space is there in the injection syringe when we pull out the piston. Okay, so then what is happening? Then the air molecules hit the piston, then that piston automatically goes inside. Okay, why it is going inside, automatically going inside? Because the atmospheric pressure travels from high pressure to low pressure. See here, as it is high pressure, as there is no obstacle here there is an obstacle. Hand is our finger, here the finger become the obstacle. So here the pressure is less, and here the pressure is as hand is released. Okay, after pulling out the piston, hand is released, so obstacle is not there. So atmospheric pressure is high over here. So atmospheric pressure travels from high pressure to low pressure. That's why the piston automatically goes inside. Okay, you can try this if you want. So this is the case. So this is what atmospheric pressure, this tells us about the atmospheric pressure. Okay, so now see, in this case what is happening, the syringe has been held in the vertical position. See, this hole has been closed. Then pulling out the piston. After pulling this, I can't show you that because see here I have your hand is there. Okay, so after pulling out the piston, you have to remove your hand. So after removing your hand, now you can see that the piston automatically goes inside at a certain point. Okay, so in vertical position also, for example, in vertical position it goes at this point. After removing the hand, the piston automatically goes at this point. So, and when the piston is released when the pistol is held in right position, left position, at that time also what we have observed that the piston, when it is pulled out and then released, then release means then let it go. Then if I removed my hand after pulling out the piston at left or right direction, that time also what it has been observed that the piston goes automatically at that certain point, as in vertical position, as in right position. Means this shows that this shows that in all direction atmospheric pressure will be same. Okay, so you can see in all direction atmospheric pressure will be same. Now, do you know, okay, so do you know, under ordinary condition atmospheric pressure at the sea level is about 1,01,400 newtons per square meter. It can be measured with the help of barometer. Means atmospheric pressure is being measured with the help of what instrument? Barometer. Okay, as we go higher above the sea level, atmospheric pressure decreases. Okay, atmospheric pressure decreases.